So this is the third installment of my little handstand tips series, and today I want to talk about the big elephant in the room, which is stepping away from the wall and learning how to fall. Ugh, it's like probably the biggest one anybody knows this from a handstanding journey. And when you first start handstanding, one thing is having the strength to actually get up in a handstand, and it's great. And then the thought of stepping away from the wall is like, I remember when I first started handstanding, I just think, I'm never going to get this. I'm never going to get it. But I did. Anyway, I always say that as soon as you are strong enough to hold a handstand, and if you practice up against the wall, by all means, as soon as you have the strength to jump up and hold yourself in a handstand, this is the time to start stepping away from the wall. But Nina, it's scary. I know, baby boo, I know. So the reason you want to step away from the wall as soon as possible is that when you're jumping, when you're handstanding up against the wall, you're actually training your brain to reach not for your balance point in a handstand, but beyond the balance point. Because you're training your brain to jump up and reach for the wall, not your balance. So no matter how long you are handstanding up against the wall, it's not going to get you any closer to a freestanding handstand. It's just not, because you have to retrain your brain anyway. So as soon as you can hold your handstand up against the wall and you can jump up with relative ease, it is time to step away. And that becomes the big one where it's, Nina, I'm so scared of falling. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. Now, it's great if you have somebody to help spot you on a regular basis. Awesome. But ultimately, you do need to learn how to fall, because as long as you're not comfortable with falling, your brain, and it's kind of the opposite of going against the wall. When you're going against the wall, you train your brain to reach beyond your balance point. If you're scared of falling, your brain will stop you from going up to your balance point. Because it's just how fear works. Your brain takes over and your instinct takes over and tells you, no, this is scary, this is dangerous, I'm gonna stop you from hurting yourself. So you just won't reach your balance point. It's that simple. So getting comfortable with falling, in my experience, what needs to happen is you need to take control of your falling, because you are gonna fall. I fall out of my handstand at least a couple of times a day. It's just part of handstanding. When you take control of your fall, you no longer have anything to fear. So what you fear is the unknown. It's not necessarily the fall itself. It's the idea of not knowing how you're going to fall and if you're going to hurt yourself. So if you remove that, falling out of a handstand is no longer scary. So you have to decide, you have to explore and find out, how do I fall out of a handstand? Because we have little unique exits. Some of us jump into, just fall into that wheel pose. And if you're super comfortable with that, just know this is your exit. This is how you fall out of a handstand. So whenever you fall out of a handstand, you know where you're going. I'm just dropping into the wheel pose. Great. Personally, I don't do that. My shoulders are just not open enough for that to be comfortable. So what I do, I jump to the side. And I think a lot of people do exactly the same. What needs to happen is you need to know, I jump to the side. Then you need to know, what side do I jump to? So I know I always fall to the left. That's my side. That's just where my body naturally wants to go. So I fall to the left. So I can predict now, when I fall out of a handstand, I can predict within a square foot where I'm gonna fall. So a little hint. So this is when you see those amazing handstands, like up against cliffs and stuff like that. It's because they know exactly where they're going to fall. They're not risking their life. They know exactly where they're going to fall. So what I do, and again, I'm stepping away from the wheel pose, because if that's your thing, I mean, you already got it. You're fine. Just jump into a wheel. Falling to the side is, so what I often do in my handstand workshops is you should play with it. So you should explore. So all dependent on how safe you're feeling or how scared you are, just start super, super small and try both sides. So what I normally do is like, do little windmills. Like, you don't need to get up high to start with. You're just gonna explore what feels natural. Try it on both sides. And you very quickly, you're gonna know what side is your side to jump on, what feels most comfortable. And then slowly you're just gonna start doing a little bit higher and a little bit higher. And eventually you're gonna be almost all the way up in a handstand. So it's just about making yourself comfortable and getting your brain, creating those little neural paths where your brain is comfortable with it and it knows, you know, on the backbone how you're gonna fall out of a handstand. So you're creating these new instinctual patterns in your brain as to how you're exiting a handstand. I don't even have to think about how I'm exiting a handstand now. My body knows. And that's about repeating it, repeating it, repeating it. But first you have to consciously create, this is my exit. And this is gonna be my exit every time. The problem when you start falling out of a handstand and potentially hurting yourself is because you get up into your handstand and then you have this moment of sheer panic where it's like, holy fuck, how am I getting out of this? And then you panic and you don't know what side you're falling to, and before you know it, boom, you're on the ground and you might have like knocked the wind out of yourself. So have a plan. Explore what your most natural exit is. So just to reiterate, when I fall out of a handstand, so I can see I'm going to do a handstand here. I know I'm going to land right here if I fall out of it. So I'm going to get into handstand. I'm going to overshoot. I'm getting up. Boom. Boom. So you see, I have a very controlled exit. Just because I've trained my brain, it's on my backbone, and I have a plan. And I like to call it, when you have a plan like this, you're no longer falling, you are elegantly exiting. So this is really what needs to happen. You have to take the time to find your elegant exit from your handstand before you can get it freestanding. It's as simple as that. I recommend maybe go to a park and play on the soft grass. So if you fall weird, you're probably gonna be okay. But it really is a question of overriding your instinct of fear here and just go for it. Trust me, once you do it, you will feel so powerful and it's so incredible, which is why handstanding is such a cool journey. So have at it, have fun with it. Let me know how you get on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me as always, and I hope you have a lot of fun with it. I'm thinking next week I'm going to talk about conditioning your muscles and your joints to get the strength and what is needed to do a good handstand. I'll talk about that. And apart from that, have you entered my Moonchild Yoga Wear giveaway? I will pick a winner on Sunday, and the winner's going to get a €100 gift card. So euros are a little bit above the dollar, so you're actually getting 100, maybe 110, $16 gift card for Moonchild. I'm wearing Moonchild right now, looking cute. It's my favorite yoga brand. I love it. And of course, you can also get a 15% discount using my discount code Moonchild Nina. So anyway, check that out. It says giveaway on the photo. It's on my feed. Enter, and I will pick a winner on Sunday. Have a great day.